for the mid-afternoon naps, for the midnight marathons, for bringing the family together, for a chance to escape from the world. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
Very good afternoon from Hale Hockey Club, where it is round 17 of the Hockey WA Men's Premier League, which sees Hale currently sitting in second place on the league ladder, taking on UWA, who sit in fifth spot. Crucial game for both teams if they want to be in finals contention. Both teams slightly weakened with players away on under-21 duty at the National Championships and also their international players missing. But it still should be a heck of a game with an average of 5 goals usually in this fixture. The difference is, well, the question is, who's going to get that extra 5th goal and secure a victory? Turning attention to the teams and the players to look out for, where you feel Jack Henharan in goal for Hale could be under pressure today, and so it's going to be important that the defenders in front of him, such as Blake Wallace wearing 13, David Guest 12, Benji Austin in 4 and Braden King are going to be crucial to try and keep UWA at bay. They're also going to need their forwards to fire, and Liam Flynn is the player they look to for a lot of their goals, but they also have some firepower in Sam McCulloch, their Tasmanian import. Turning our attention to UWA, and again, they've got some exciting players. Harry Golding is live wire. He is a man that scores a lot of goals for UWA, and he will be a danger man. Ben Baxter has the pace through the midfield as well. And Dan Timms, well, he loves this fixture. He gets goals regularly in the games against Hale, and he'll be looking to add to his tally today. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all of the action with you from this game. As I mentioned, such a crucial game at the top of the table. For those of you who don't know, yesterday's result, or Friday's result, was Reds 0, Melville 1. And then Old Guildford Mundaring had a crucial win over Curtin University, which sees them now 3 points clear of Curtin and Whitford. And then Victoria Park earlier today beat Wolves by 5 goals to 2. So that just makes things just that little bit tighter at the top. It's a good result for Hale, Reds losing to Melville. But if they want to stay in touch with Melville, who they've still got to play 2 times, then Hale need to win today. If we look at results since 2017, it's been played 10 games. Hale have won 2, UWA have won 4, and there have been 4 draws. Make of that what you will, but it should mean that we're in for a very exciting game today. I'd like to just acknowledge our sponsors, the Varsity Bar, coming soon to you in Innaloo, in the old Sizzler site next to the cinemas, and also the Bunting Group. From remote mine sites to residential homes, the Bunting Group delivers quality assured, cost-effective building or maintenance services to meet your needs. So if you do have building or maintenance services, please contact the Bunting Group. And of course, let's not forget Danks Furniture. We sure know sofas. Our 2 captains just tossing the coin down below us. Liam Flynn for Hale and Dan Timms for UWA. Dan Timms, who was part of the Danks Furniture Challenge, which was also the Superstar Challenge here at Hale Hockey Club last year. You can go on YouTube and check that out, just as you can subscribe to Hale's YouTube channel and catch all of the action from their men's and women's Premier League games. Umpires for today's game, Peter Wright and Logan Powell. Hale defending the goal to our right to start with in the first half. Just a little bit of sunshine on that side of the pitch, and plenty of shade on the left-hand side, which is where UWA plan to defend the first half. I mentioned Daniel Timms' record. Well, he scored every game except for the first game this year in 2022. So that is since 2018. Daniel Timms has scored in every single game against Hale, except for the one at the start of this season, which was a 2-2 draw. So Timms, I'm not sure, will be aware of that record, but I'm sure would like to maintain it if he can. So just waiting now for Christian Starkey to get his helmet on. Penalty corner gear behind the goal. And he's got his helmet on. He's ready. Now Ollie Higgins in goal for Hale today. He's at the under-21s championships. And Hale push back, and it's game on. And not trapped that time by Darcy Bott. So good ground gained by Hale right from the start. And just out of sight in the far corner. It will be Hale ball from the side. Hayden Belts places it on the sideline. Self passes. Was looking to try and feed that to Flynn. Cut out well by UWA. David Guest out of the sunshine. Good break forward by Van Salm. Van Salm to the baseline, looks to lay it back. And I think he just took it over the baseline, just by about a couple of millimetres. Thrown to the air, good run forward by Baxter. Baxter is quick as well, looking to take on Wallace. Wallace takes on a good defensive position, but Baxter pulls away from the circle, feeds the ball out. Played back in, deflected towards goal by Baxter. And off his line quickly was Henharan. It's a long corner now to UWA. James Royce self passes, runs towards the circle, plays it in. Baxter gets it, shoots, and Baxter scores on the reverse stick. Well, he made his run from out on the right-hand side. A brilliant run by Ben Baxter. And the perfect start for UWA with under 2 minutes gone. And that probably breaks the jinx, because earlier in the season, no goals, no field goals in the game when they played back in April. 3 penalty corners and a penalty stroke in that match. Ben Baxter, the former Christchurch schoolboy, Christchurch Grammar. Oh, that's good skills inside the circle. Fired in. Brilliant save by Starkey, throwing himself at the ball. Comes to Baxter again, falling, helps it forward to Timms. Timms looking to take on Braden King. Tries to go on the inside. Timms keeps possession. King hits the turf. Wallace comes back and commits the foul. Darcy Bott plays on quickly. Borza now. Throws it to the air, shielding his eyes, and in the end had to turn away was Matt Fisher. And well, they chose to attack that end. Those are the risks you take. Matt Fisher, product of Shenton College. Of course, with their hockey programs there, renowned hockey school. Fred Gray comes to Wallace. Deflected and picked up well by Faulkner. Faulkner, nice looping run from him. Coming back though and nicking that away was James Royce. Battling back and getting the ball back for Hale is Josh Bowen. It's a long corner. Wallace over the ball for Hale. It's deflected by Jacob Evans. Hale appealing for a free hit. Peter Wright gives it to UWA, and the home fans not at all happy. And that's been missed, and there's a real danger now as Golding advances on the circle. Golding into the circle. Recovery came back from Matt Van Salm, who missed the high ball. And Hayden Belts wins a free hit for his side. Good to see Hayden Belts out at the Perth Hockey Stadium supporting his Tasmanian colleagues with Sam McCulloch, and Fred Gray also out there supporting South Australia. So Liam Flint with the captain's armband. Again, I'm sorry, that's, if it wasn't in the right place, tell him straight away. We want to see the ball in play. And in fact, he was behind where the free hit was given, so surely that should be fine. Pedantic, in my opinion. Hayden Belts. Belts turns, but just plays it into Royce's foot. Or was it over the side? No, it was Royce's. Yeah, it is Royce's foot. Good pass, top of the circle. It's very physical there. And the decision goes against Jeff Cock. And you feel that's the area the umpires are going to have to watch, the physicality in this match. Leversuch. Good work again by Faulkner, just closing him down, but Leversuch gets the free hit. Goes to the air. Good lead again coming that time from Monty Atkins. Monty Atkins, just 18 years of age. Been told he can shoot from any angle. Apparently has an uncanny knack of finding the goal from the acutest of angles. Monty Atkins, good run from Hayden Belts over halfway. 4 players chasing him, and claims that's gone off the back stick, I think. So UWA will have a free hit over this side, and it certainly wasn't there. Belts played it from almost right below us. Another free hit won by Harry Powell for UWA. Borza over the ball. Self passes, goes back into the defensive line to Leversuch. That's a good pass into the midfield, that time finding Kobe Green, and his pass is exquisite to pick out the run of Hackett. Hackett battling to keep possession. Managed to catch the foot of David Guest, so it'll be a free hit to UWA. Kobe Green waiting for the ball. Lewis now carrying it forward for Hale. Pushes it into, well, he was trying to push it into the path of Faulkner, but Borza did really well to stop that happening. Comes wide now to Harrison Roth. Good defence again, Matt Van Salm on Golding. That's a tough task. Played on quickly by Roth. Again, question mark over the ball. Whether it was actually any attempt was made to stop it. Well, Roth, I thought there was a stick tackle in there, and it's gone the other way to UWA. Fisher over the ball and Hale not happy. Back to Leversuch. Borza being closed down by Lewis. He cut off the pass to the left-hand side. Borza, though, goes through the middle, and Hale just let that one run. Good awareness by Matt Van Salm. Van Salm, who by all accounts is a very talented cricketer, plays for Scarborough. He's going to receive that one out of the air, but didn't manage to get it under control. We've gone past the halfway stage, just under 7 minutes left in the first quarter. King watched that all the way onto his stick. He's misplaced his pass, and there's a chance now for Frank Main. Main into the circle, and puts that one out of play. So Belts to King. Oh, that's good by Flynn. And it's a foot, though. Lewis trying to get out the way of Borza. Borza pushes it into the path of Fisher. Fisher down the line, he goes to Baxter. Baxter looking to take on King. Baxter gets inside the circle, lays it square. Great chance, but Kobe Green didn't get it under control and didn't manage to get the shot away, and Hale carry it out of defence. So UWA with plenty of possession at the moment. Chance to steal it back by Bowen, but penalised again. Approaching the final 5 minutes of the first quarter. Bowen just lost his footing momentarily, but managed to regain that. Being pursued all the time by Harrison Roth. Comes wide to Belts. Belts, you feel, is going to be a crucial player in this match, and Fisher, good pass infield. Hale should come up with that. It's good work, though, to get it back for UWA. Fisher has it. It was good work by Monty Atkins, and now top of the circle trying to get in there is Roth again. Roth trying to turn and get a shot away. Slips it through, Baxter shoots, but good save, Henhauer. Baxter off the post. Well, he must have actually been off the stick of the defender on the post, because a long corner has been awarded. Frank Main over the ball. Happy to go back to Borza inside his own half. Darcy Bott to Borza again. Bott having to stretch for that one and tops his pass. Flynn now gets the ball from Cock, feeds it to Lewis. Lewis slips. Lewis manages to regain his footing. Chased by Main. Not the best of passes, apologises. UWA look to counter-attack quickly. Kobe Green, lovely turn, takes him away from Lewis. And that was off the foot that time of Sam McCulloch. UWA, I think, trying to claim McCulloch did that deliberately. I think Ball's asking where that happened. I don't think it happened there. But lucky for Hale, they didn't have to pay a price for that. Pressure again applied on Fred Gray by Frank Main. Gray does really well pushing the ball through the legs of Main. Comes wide to Hrobala, pushes it forward this time into the path of Guest. Guest accelerates, goes on the inside and is impeded by Green. UWA don't mind, they get numbers now behind the ball. Hrobala, shape to go right, decides to go left. David Guest again. Back to Hrobala. Braden King to Wallace. Wallace out of the shade into the sun. It's going to break top of the circle. Nobody there, though, for Hale. Guest gets a touch. King will have to hurry back and get that under control. Just over 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Good pass, picks out Bowen. Bowen has Wallace on the overlap, but it was telegraph pass and Hackett got a touch. Guest delays his pass to King. On the angle, and that was just bobbling pass to Hrobala. Timms plays on quickly. What a pass that is, and there's a chance now for Harrison Roth. Henhauer comes out and just shepherds that one out of play. Good awareness by the Hale goalkeeper. Jack Henhauer had a spell with Curtin University in goal for them before returning to Hale, former Scotch pupil. Making himself available was Fred Gray. Flynn decides to go on his own. Gets past one, can't get past the second. And UWA anywhere will do with 1.5 minutes to go. Again, the sun appearing to cause a few problems. Braden King. Will he go to the air? Guest shielding his eyes again. Comes back to King. Better pass to Hrobala that time, and good lead by Lewis. Lewis, though, being chased all the way by Darcy Bott, and Bott will get the free hit. Just going over the side, I think. Borza to Bott. Cock almost getting away with that one. Scooped right up in the air. So Frank Main with the free hit with 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Goes back to Fisher. Fisher square to Borza, who wants to get it forward quickly. Finds Baxter. Wallace just pushing the ball over the side, breaks up the attack, and that's another good touch coming this time from Faulkner. Just killing time. Trying to get around the back now is Leversuch. Leversuch still has possession. Baxter plays it first time. And that will be the end of the first quarter. It's been a good one if you're a UWA fan. Ben Baxter scoring in just the second minute with a field goal means we head into the first break. Hale 0, UWA 1.
For the mid-afternoon naps, for the midnight marathons, for bringing the family together, for a chance to escape from the world. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
Well, the UWA players in a huddle to our right, listening to Coach Paul Godoyne kneeling down. Paul Godoyne, of course, one of the true greats of West Australian hockey, one of the youngest to ever make his debut for the stateside. And they're in the box seat at the moment thanks to Ben Baxter's goal. Just like to once more acknowledge our sponsors. From the far north to the Great Southern and everywhere in between, the Bunting Group has engaged in building and maintenance projects and delivered high quality work on time. So if you have a building project and you want it delivered on time, please contact the Bunting Group, a supporter of hockey and of Hale Hockey Club. And of course, the perfect pre-movie meal is coming your way later this year when the Varsity Bar opens at the old Sizzler site in Innaloo. Look out for that. Should be happening end of August, beginning of September. The second quarter about to get underway. Crucial game for both teams, and back it goes and on we go again. Bowen, Fanselm, Faulkner now. Lovely skills by Faulkner in a narrow space. Bowen looking to cut infield. Borza closes him down quickly. Looking for Belts now. Belts feeds it back to Gray. Gray goes himself, a jab tackle from behind. Sees him lose possession. And UWA get possession back. Golding now. Throws it high and long, and that will go the length of the pitch. Braden King now to David Guest. Tim's lurking as King hesitates. Fanselm, down the line he goes, and it's going to go out by the corner flag. It'll be a 16 for UWA. Borza takes it quickly. Again, thrown to the air. King gets that one under control. And Tim's coming into that space a little bit too early. Guest, though, mistrap from him. Sees Main come up with the ball for UWA. Feeds it to Baxter. Baxter, second touch, plays it into the circle, and King just clears it out before Tim's pounces behind him. Darcy Bott slips as he tries to take the long corner quickly. Helped out now by Royce. Royce goes square. Leversuch feeds it forward. And picked up defensively by Hale. Guest turns away. And again, Hale just happy to get it out of their defensive half. Borza to Royce. Comes wide to Bott. Borza again closed down by Lewis. Still gets the pass away, and lovely pass into the path of Main now. Belts comes back, closes down well, and unfortunately that just catches the feet of Fansel. Just bobbled a little bit, so we have the first penalty corner of the match for UWA. And this will be a test for Jack Hale yet to keep a clean sheet this season. Goalkeeping duties having been shared by Ollie Higgins and Jack Henharan. But they do not want to concede another one now. So Jack Leversuch goes to the baseline. And waiting are Golding and Borza. Borza at the first battery, Golding at the second. And they go to Chris Borza. He flicks it high. Great save, Henharan. Well, he watched it all the way, got his stick hand across and parried it round the post. Borza takes the long corner quickly. Into the circle it goes, and there's a penalty corner again, goes against Hale. So UWA get the chance to do it all again. So can they get past Henharan this time? A little bit of gardening being done there by Daniel Timms, just making sure there's no leaves in the way. Jacob Evans stopping, comes for Borza again. He flicks it low, went off the first runner. Was it off his shin pads or off the stick? Well, Hayden Belts is saying it was off my stick. Borza's not so sure, but the long corner's been taken, and on the reverse stick, Leversuch puts it high and wide. Hale throw it to the air. McCulloch's in space. If he can get this under control, gets a touch. He's got a still bit of work to do. Gets it in the corner. Short pass looking for Lewis. It's going to come out though, and it'll be easily collected this time by Jacob Evans. Feeds it forward to Baxter. Good run from Golding. Out of shot. Van Salm. Stolen back again by Baxter. Golding looking to make a move, and that was played up into the body of Guest. And inside the 23, so must go 5 metres before it goes into the circle. Leversuch collects, cuts inside. Brilliant play by him. Baxter gets a touch, and this time it's going to be a Hale ball. David Guest. Bronze medal in the 2008 Olympic Games for the Kookaburras. Main again, closing down Hayden Belts, finding his foot. Free hit, UWA, taken quickly by Evans. Tried to play it into the circle. It's going to break for Timms. Timms shoots, good save, Henharan. Now it's King. King trying to dribble his way out, was closed down. It's a brilliant tackle that time by Darcy Bott. Shot again at the top of the circle from Timms, and it's Henharan who makes the save, but unfortunately it goes up in the air. Another penalty corner to UWA, their third. Henharan, though, with 2 great saves so far. Timms looking for that goal that will continue his run. 6 goals in the last 10 games against Hale for Daniel Timms. Harry Golding has 4. Leversuch from the baseline. Borza waits, and to his left is Harry Golding. Golding shifts to the left-hand side, goes to Borza. Borza slips it to Golding. And just an obstruction there to the runner. So Hale can breathe a sigh of relief, and they get the chance to launch an attack of their own. It's Faulkner now in space. Faulkner watched all the way. Brilliant by Jack Leversuch. Just watch that as Faulkner looked to play it inside him. Leversuch, who hails originally from Dunsborough in the southwest. That's a painful fall. Hayden Belts falling on his stick. And again we see the team wanting to get on with it quickly, and the umpire making them move it all of 6 inches. And of course that changes the whole momentum of the game, as Guest now is penalised, and now we're seeing the same thing happen again. Borza throws it high, letting that one run, and just one bounce out of play. Harrison Roth unable to get on the end of that one. Harrison Roth, product of Scotch College He's got a touch there. Cox should be able to help it out. Roth, though, managed to find the foot. Played on quickly by Royce. Feeds it into the circle. King gets a touch. Helped out by Fansalm. It's going to break kindly, though, for UWA. The shot came in eventually from Monty Atkins. But Hale living dangerously at the back. 2 balls on the pitch now. So into the last 9 minutes of the first half. Hale currently under the cosh. Guest throws it high, straight down the middle. Borza should bring it down. He does. Bott. Green comes on, wanting the ball immediately, but the misplaced pass saw Flynn come up with it. Faulkner does well after a mistrap initially. It's got Flynn running through. Flynn tries it on the first time hit, but great goalkeeping again by Christian Starkey. Came out really quickly. Flynn plays on again from the side. Into the circle he goes and played over the baseline deliberately, says Peter Wright. Penalty corner, Hale. Is this their chance to pull a goal back? Good goalkeeping by Christian Starkey. Knows how dangerous Liam Flynn can be. 4-time winner of the Eric Pearce Top Goal Scorer Award. Liam Flynn currently has 23 goals this season, and he missed some games because he went to a wedding over in Europe. So Flynn waits at the first battery. Alongside him is Ian Hrobela. Hayden Belts to inject. Goes to Flynn. Flynn flicks into the first runner. It will be another penalty corner, and Baxter's in a bit of pain. And Baxter, I think, is going to hobble off. Hopefully a little bit of ice will sort that out. The goal scorer coming off. So Liam Flynn again waits at the top of the circle. Braden King stopping for him. David Guest stopping for Ian Hrobela. Just waiting for the replacement defender to get his protective gear on. And then Hale can take their second penalty corner. Flynn twizzles his stick in his hands. Comes to Flynn again. He flicks low, and it's good save from Starkey. Starkey well positioned to make that look very easy. That's left. And it didn't go the 5 metres. That's why Whistler's gone there. Thrown again to the air. Need to make sure they get that. They've missed it. Golding is in. Golding just left the ball behind for a split second. Will still get the shot away. It's wide. And Harry Golding just holding his chest. Not quite sure what's wrong. And he's maybe a little bit winded. Main into the shins there again of Fred Gray. Main takes the free hit quickly. Pouncing though when he just left the ball behind. Good dribbling skills again from Faulkner. Faulkner trying to keep it in play. It's being hassled all the time there. Kobe Green was the man putting pressure on Faulkner. So Guest now from the sideline. Halfway through, or just gone past halfway, this second quarter. Still UWA leading by 1-0. Cock didn't see the ricochet, appealing that he was obstructed as he tried to play the ball. Roth knocks it round the corner of Guest. Infield to Kobe Green. Green goes out wide to the left-hand side now. Lovely pass forward into the circle. Driving along the baseline. It was good work coming from Hackett. Harry Pell now from the sideline. And that's deflected over the baseline. It'll be a 16 to Hale. So David Guest again looking for the run down the middle. This time it's on the ground to McCulloch. Almost caught UWA by surprise. Lewis goes into the circle, slips, keeps control, slips the pass away to Flynn. Brilliant tackle by Chris Borza. winding back the clock. Chris Bauza, Olympians medal winner twice in 2015 and 16. Also played for the Kookaburras. And it's the timing of tackles like that you can see why. Fisher from the side, a little bit of a push coming from Krobola on Golding. Golding gets the free hit for UWA. Comes back to Fisher again, looked to ping that first time. Thought better of it, goes back to Bauza. Bauza, a little bit of acceleration still in those old legs. Good work by Gray. Finds Guest, and it'll be a free hit to Hale. Krobola goes to the air again. Bowen to bring it down and coming into the 5 metres. Sees a free hit go Hale's way. Faulkner, good lead by him. Short pass finds Flynn. Flynn reversing into the circle. Still with Hale. Bowen lays it across the face of goal. Nobody there. Lewis chasing like mad, gets it eventually. 2 defenders though, and it goes over the side. Still be Hale's ball as we're into the final 4.5 minutes now of the first half. Into the circle it goes. Leversuch deflects it over the baseline. Long corner. Bowen to King. King fires it on the angle, looking for Faulkner. Good defence though. Read the pass well. Lovely turn from Fisher. Fisher, I think, found the foot of Belts. It's Harry Powell who read the pass really well defensively. Harry Powell, just 22 years of age, won the Danny Dunn Award for the best first-year player at UWA back in 2019. And Belts colliding there with Bott. Free hit goes the way of Belts. King steps forward, looking to get on with things quickly. Everybody a little bit too far forward for Braden King. He's got to pierce the defence and not able to do so, although McCulloch works hard to get the ball back for Hale. Now McCulloch doesn't have many options except to try and batter his way through a green wall. Another free hit. McCulloch just checking he's in the right spot. Was trying to deflect it through Bowen into the circle. UWA though come up with it again. Timms dispossessed by Bowen. Bowen wants to play on with it quickly, and well, again you feel that that was the experience of Chris Bauza coming to the fore. Just breaking the play up as Bowen looked to get on with things quickly. Wallace goes wide. Krobola halted. Good tackle again from Baxter. Good to see him back out there after taking that blow from the penalty corner. 2.5 minutes left in the first half. Hale still trailing by 1-0. Hale have only lost 2 games so far this season. One to UWA and the other to Fremantle. And Lewis so close to getting that one. Bauza again scans what's available, comes wide to Fisher in space. Flynn working hard. Bott. Wow, Flynn got a touch on his stick. Over the side it goes. Fisher again from the side. Goes to the air. Brought down by McCulloch. Baxter puts pressure now on Krobola. Krobola, who was part of the WA under-18s that won the national championships earlier this year. Cock now finds McCulloch, his fellow Tasmanian. Cock's been here a while now, maybe an honorary West Australian these days. And a mistrap by Krobola, sees possession back with UWA. Golding gets on with it quickly, looks to feed it forward into the path of Royce. Royce into the circle, looks to lay it back. It was a good pass to Baxter, but stolen away by King. King under pressure inside the circle, somehow got it past the 2 UWA players. Guest now. Up the line it goes, and it will stay. No, it just dribbles out of play. Comes back to Darcy Bott now. We're into the final minute of the first half. UWA looking to strengthen their lead. Guest, though, well, it's going to be a free hit outside the 23 metres. No, inside, they're saying. No, outside again. Eventually we get it sorted. Oh, and that's free at the top of the circle. Good defence in the end, but a penalty corner. Hackett had so much space at the top of the circle. So a fourth penalty corner for UWA. Right at the end of the first half and the second quarter, and a chance to double their lead before what they call in India the lemon break. Leversuch makes his way to the baseline. Golding again waits at the first battery. Has Jacob Evans stopping for him. Fisher will do the stopping for Chris Borza. Borza again sweeps away some loose stuff on the pitch. This time it's Golding. Golding flicks and Golding scores. UWA have a second at the perfect time just before half-time. Right at the end of the half. Penalty corner converted by Harry Golding. And Golding, as I mentioned, so dangerous. That's his 10th goal of the season. Makes him the leading goal scorer for UWA in 2022 at the moment. And that's gone high and straight out of play as the hooter sounds for the end of the first half. And that goal puts UWA in a really strong position heading into half-time. Ben Baxter opened the scoring in the second minute. Harry Golding with one in the last minute of the first half. It is Hale 0, UWA 2 at half-time. Well, Sam, you've arrived in Perth and joined Hale Hockey Club. It must be like a home away from home, the amount of Tasmanians here.
Yeah, it's good. It's yeah, it is a home away from home. There's lots of Tassie boys. I think there was 6 of us in the game the other week. So yeah, it's been very warm to come here.
And how have you settled in over here?
Yeah, it's been great. I've been sort of chilling out for a couple of weeks. Started my first day at work today, so back to reality, but it's been good.
Well, you certainly set the bar high. Your debut game, 4 goals on debut. I mean, that's a dream start.
Yeah, it was pretty surreal. I got in the right spots at the right time, I guess.
Well, they were pretty special goals. They weren't even easy little tap-ins either.
Yeah, I suppose so.
But I mean, how are you going to top that for the rest of the season? Because the expectation now is really high.
Just trying to play my game, just do what I can for the club, really. New club, so I'm just trying to, show what I got.
I mean, you've obviously come with big raps from Tasmania. I know you were very successful over there. How have you found the difference between here and Tasmania, where you came from?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot faster. I think for me, it's good for my development. But yeah, it's a massive step up, which I'm enjoying. Yeah.
Well, we wish you all the best for the rest of the season and hopefully some more goals.
Yeah. Cheers. Thank you.
For the mid-afternoon naps, for the midnight marathons, for bringing the family together, for a chance to escape from the world, for the good times and the other times, for the years of support. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
Half-time here at the Hale Hockey Club. Hale currently trading by 2-0 against the visitors UWA. And just again a chance for us to acknowledge our sponsors. Danks, the comfort of home. And the Bunting Group, from remote mine sites to residential homes, the Bunting Group delivers quality assured, cost-effective building or maintenance services to meet your needs. So if you do have any building or maintenance services, please contact the Bunting Group, a supporter of not only Hale Hockey Club, but also hockey in general. And of course, the perfect pre-movie meal is coming your way later this year when the Varsity Bar opens at the old Sizzler site in Innaloo. Again, drop in there and have a burger before your movie or even after it. Well, Hale have got a man in to climb at the moment, trailing by 2-0. And if we look at the situation, Hale have kept 1 clean sheet in these matches. UWA have kept 2, and the last one of those was last season. So that's something that UWA can be pleased about. Hale just need to try and find a way back into this match. They've scored plenty of goals this season. Only Reds have scored more, so now they really need to find a goal from somewhere just to give themselves a chance of coming back in this match. As I mentioned, Hale not beaten UWA since May 2019. So the umpires, second blast of the whistle, wanting the players to make their way out for this second half of this round 17 match. Hale currently sitting in second spot on the ladder at the beginning of this round. UWA sitting in 5th. Hale on 33 points and a goal difference of plus 27. UWA on 26 points. So a fair way behind. And Hale have 2 matches to play against top of the league side Melville. 1 away and 1 at home. So can the home side find a way back? They say you bleed blue in Hale, and now this team is going to have to do that in the second half. Dan Timms pushes back and the second half underway. UWA just being that little bit more urgent, you feel. Leversuch, well, the physicality continues. Lewis is not a small man to be bundled off the ball like that. Thrown to the air, King again, watches it brilliantly onto his stick, feeds it to Guest. Golding puts pressure on Guest, goes back to King. King manages to find Gray. Gray closed down and the ball stolen momentarily, but it's back with Hale. Hayden Belts absolutely pings that one into Ben Baxter's foot. He's going to be in the wars today. Hit from a penalty corner, and that one's going to be really sore tonight. Bowen can't keep that pass in play, so Main comes across for UWA. Leaves it for Royce. Or in fact, it's Bott, my apologies. Borza, Leversuch in acres of space. Wallace came across, read it well. Baxter goes to Leversuch. Borza to Bott. Good pressure again from Lewis, and Lewis will come up with the ball for Hale. Throws it to the air. McCulloch should bring that down. Looks to cut infield again. Bott closed him down, but McCulloch still has possession. McCulloch, of course, bursting on the scene here at Hale with 4 goals in his opening game. And that's brought down well by Fred Gray now, faced with Timms. Gray, no option to get forward at the moment, so he had to feed the ball wide to Van Salm. Van Salm gets a free hit, right down by the baseline. Again, there were 4 UWA players closing them down. No chance to get out. Baxter now drives past King. Guest is in a bit of trouble. Golding goes to the left. Guest has to recover now. Golding on the reverse stick. Brilliant save, Hen Haran. Just took a step out of his goal to cover that angle. and covered it superbly, Jack Henharen. That was hit with some venom by Harry Golding. Harry Golding, who is the one that Fremantle let get away. They were saying that he's the one player they would have loved to have hung on to. Played juniors there. Will be another free hit to Hale. Guest closed down by Timms. Guest tries to take on Timms. Timms does well. Appeals for something, but I'm not quite sure what. That's good by Golding. Stick was low down. Now he looks to take on Gray. Gray gets the ball. Gray forces his way ahead of Golding and leaves him in the dust. Gray to Guest. Bowen now. Closed down by Main. Pushes it to Wallace. Goes on the overlap. Good run from Bowen. McCulloch, though, just holds things up for Hale. Into Hayden Belts. Two players there, and that came up off, well, that came up off a UWA stick, and how, when it almost hit Belts in the face, it wasn't a free hit is a mystery. Lewis. Again, Leversach just running across Lewis's line. And Logan Powell, I think, quite rightly just saying we need to calm things down because it is getting a little bit niggly. Guest again, going to be closed down by Timms. He's got Baxter inside and manages to find Gray. Gray put under pressure again. Timms working really hard. Timms again looks to close down Guest. Guest manages to find Belts. Belts turns away. And again, Main this time ends up on the turf. Played down the line but cut out well. UWA now have got players coming forward. Very important tackle from David Guest. And Hale can mount a counter-attack. Comes wide to Faulkner. Faulkner faced with Borza. Borza again just jabs it. Faulkner. Borza got it again. Faulkner's got the best of him. Borza gives him a bump. Faulkner into the circle goes. Flynn tries to find a foot. And the free hit has gone to UWA. Flynn asking what he did wrong. And that time, Fanselm creating the danger by coming ahead of Golding. He was just holding his space. Borza mistrap. Flynn tries to take advantage, but Borza recovers well. Faulkner slips as he went into that challenge. Darcy Bott drills that one. Wallace brings it down from the sky well and then plays it into the foot of Monty Atkins. So 5.5 minutes gone into the second half. Hale still trying to find a way back into the game, and that has gone to nobody. But it does give them a chance to press high if they should choose. But they need to get forward quicker than that. Borza has plenty of time to fit it to Leversach. Back to Borza as the shadows lengthen across the pitch. And that was brought down well. Hale, though, have come up with the ball. Jeff Cock looks to take on Kobe Green. Found the foot. It's a Hale ball on halfway. Wallace to Braden King. He's got Fanselm wide. Fanselm, a little bit of space now. Flynn pulls away from the near post. Fanselm needs to get the ball into the circle. Good block again from Borza. And over the side it goes. Hayden Belts, the only option is back to Braden King. King to Guest. Nice turn from McCulloch. And that's taken a foot, so it'll be a free hit. Fred Gray wanting a ball, and the ball's not being thrown away, the free hit is. So Hrobler over the ball for Hale. Plays it outside the 23. Back to Guest. Hrobler again. Looks to go on the attack. Towards the baseline. Looked like it came off the stick of Roth. And a long corner has been given to Hale. Halfway through the third quarter. King now. Looking for McCulloch. That was good defensive play, stepping out by James Hackett. Hackett, who came through the juniors at UWA to make it into the first team. That's a good block again by Jeff Cock. And he wins another free hit, just finding the foot that time of Hackett. Guest looks to throw it towards Bowen. Borza brings it down. Lifts it forward. Watched all the way by King. Takes it away from Kobe Green. Green comes back. Got a touch. Good touch from Bowen, but he got his teammate in a little bit of trouble. King takes a tumble, and eventually the free hit is awarded for the obstruction. And Bowen was just having to almost signal to the umpire, are you going to pay it or not? Good turn from Bowen. Feeds Lewis now. Lewis trying to just get ahead of Bott. Bott, though, full stretch, just forced him wide. Takes a deflection. Faulkner does well. Feeds it close. Cock, and it's there. McCulloch gets one back for Hale. And that's just what the doctor ordered. McCulloch scoring his 10th goal of the season. Gives Hale a lifeline. The question is, what can they do with it? So McCulloch hails from Tasmania, played for the Canterbury club over there. Took part in the Sultan Johor Cup back in 2018 as well. McCulloch battling there. Borza up in the air it goes. McCulloch has to tennis play that one forward. Over the top of Borza. Hayden Belts now. Goes wide to Cock. Cock has to just double back, gets the free hit. Up in the air it goes, free hit to Hale just outside the circle. I'm sure at this point, and with this momentum, they'd love a penalty corner. Bowen calling for a ball. There's already one on the pitch, and again, it's just taking too long. So Bowen self passes. But comes to Norton. UWA again, look to get on with it quickly. Baxter, great lead from him. Uses his pace well. Faced with Wallace now. Wallace, brilliant block. Stick low down. And just an indoor tackle from Blake Wallace. Plenty of experience inside the head of Blake Wallace. Baxter, though, again for UWA. Goes back that time to Hackett. Hackett comes wide to Roth. Roth looking to get the better of McCulloch. Managed to get the pass forward. Strong from Van Selm. And Van Selm comes up with the ball. Feeds it to Flynn. Flynn, though, can't get past Fisher. And that's good from Belts. Fisher, though, will get the ball from the side despite the cries from Hayden Belts. Bowen dispossessed by Main, but retrieved again by Fansal. Wallace feeds it forward, looking for Lewis. Lewis, was he impeded? He felt he was. Leversach should keep this in play for UWA. Leversach beats one, plays it into the circle again. It's Fansal, does well. Baxter battling hard, coming across his Hrobolar, takes it into the corner. Hrobolar, two players to beat, and eventually it's a long corner conceded. UWA go back again to almost halfway. Flynn closes down. Good pass to Leversach. Leversach, and it was King who got a good touch. Needs to be pushed forward. It is indeed King trying to feed it forward again, but Main, it was Kobe Green, in fact, that did really well in the center of the field. Otherwise, UWA would have been in trouble. They'd have been short at the back. Leversach was looking to come over to the side and have a breather when that was played to him. Very relieved to get the shout and keep it in play. Borza again watched it brilliantly onto his stick. Fisher looks to play it through. It goes up off the stick, though, of King. Golding leaves it for Fisher. Fisher traps it, plays it directly into the circle. No touch. That wasn't a bad idea, because there was a really good run made by James Royce to get on the end of that, and he was so close to getting a touch. James Royce, of course, who had 6 years in the UK playing for Surbiton and then returned to UWA. Played in the European Hockey League with them. McCulloch gets another free hit, wants the ball back quickly, and again, well, you just see UWA breaking it up there. I think that was Main who just stepped on it for a second. Belts now, gets a little nudge. Another free hit to Hale. Just under 2 minutes left. Aiming for Cock, it'll fall for Gray. Gray goes back to Wallace. He has King square. Making Timms work again. Baxter's there. Timms looking to close down King. King throws a good pass out wide to Chrobala. Good tackle coming in that time from Jacob Evans. And there's a chance for Baxter to open his legs and really put the burners on. Goes past one, takes a tumble, and he's fallen heavily. King and Baxter colliding. It'll be a free hit to UWA. It's taken quickly, drilled in, and no touch again as it goes into the goal. Although there was a touch outside the circle, so it's going to be a long corner. Borza, we're into the final minute of the third quarter. Leversuch now on his forehand, not stopped by Flynn, but it just broke his momentum. Bowen running through the middle. Flynn carries the ball up the middle, pushes it now into the path of Cock. Cock is not going to get there. The mind was willing, but the legs weren't. Main. Gray putting on pressure. Leversuch now. Oh, it's a lovely deflection from Royce to Timms, and he gets the return pass. Took up a really good position. Now it's Golding. Golding faced with Wallace. Wallace slips. Golding gets the chance. McCulloch does well just to break it up momentarily, and then Guest steals it back for Hale. But there will be no chance for a counter-attack as the hooter goes for the end of the third quarter. Hale have managed to pull a goal back thanks to Sam McCulloch, but they've still got to get another to get on equal terms. As we go into the final break, it is Hale 1, UWA 2.
For the mid-afternoon naps, for the midnight marathons, for bringing the family together, for a chance to escape from the world. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.
Well, the final quarter about to get underway. UWA again listening to their coach, Paul Godoyne. Hale listening to theirs, Des King. Who has the goods to come up with a winner? Can UWA hang on? Can Hale get on level terms? So much could happen in this next 15 minutes. Hale desperately needing a win. UWA, it will really improve their finals hopes if they can hang on and do the double over Hale. Psychologically as well, going into the finals, it wouldn't do them any harm either. They have had 4 draws in their last 10 meetings, so that could well be one of the options of the various permutations. Dan Timms gets the final 15 minutes underway. Baxter wanting to play on with that quickly, too quickly, says the umpire. And that's way too narrow. Down the side and over the side it goes. And how you feel, you've got to either treasure possession and be patient, or they've got to move the ball a little bit quicker. Main to the tireless Timms. Oh, and that was so close to finding Ben Baxter. So David Guest comes across. Baxter and Golding ahead of him. He goes to the air again. That's going to be easy for Darcy Bott to bring down. Leversuch was put under pressure by Lewis. Goes to Borza. Bott now gets closed down by Flynn, but Flynn coming in a little bit too fast, made it easy for Bott to just change direction and go inside the Hale attacker. Bowen now was looking for Flynn's run, feeds it to Belts. Belts closed down again. Good work from Darcy Bott, and Borza just running across, obstructing the line of vision for McCulloch. McCulloch, though, again leaping up and bringing down Borza's overhead pass. Chris Borza, again, launches that forward. It goes over everyone. Henharan lets it run, and Baxter, well, he was burning up behind to try and get a touch. That's a great pass to find Hayden Belts, and again, scurrying back is Main. Belts goes inside. There were too many players, and he tried to shoot that one across square a little bit too quickly. But it was just the pincer movement of UWA. Put him under pressure. 3 players closing him down. Borza again manages to squeeze it through the gap. Guest should collect that, as Bott will never get the chance to retrieve it. McCulloch. Gray now, back to McCulloch. McCulloch gets away from Bott. Across the face of goal, and Flynn again just couldn't see the pass coming. Good defence once more from UWA. Just getting in front of the attackers. That time it was Harry Pell. Well, not a fan of the overhead pass and the 5-metre rule, but it's not a bad tactic to ease the pressure. Borza now allowed to carry over halfway. Belts got a touch, but it's going to be collected by Roth. Roth almost mounted by Van Selm. And it will be a long corner to UWA. Borza eating up valuable seconds. There's no reason for UWA to hurry. Another free hit awarded. Comes back to Borza outside the 23. Darcy Bott. Angle pass finds Golding, but Wallace picks it away from him. Golding fights back. Did it stay in play? Wallace falls over the sideline. Wallace pings that one forward. He was looking for the run of Flynn, but Flynn's quick, but not that quick. Royce now. Short pass to Darcy Bott. Guest collects for Hale. Again, this a pincer movement of 3 players closing down the space in front of David Guest. You have to say, UWA running down the line of the free hit, making it very difficult for Hale to play on quickly. Golding played it into the shins of Wallace. Golding still keeps going. Timms now. Into the circle he goes, looks to lay it back. Great save, Henharan. Well, Golding was turning away in victory to celebrate a goal. Henharan, though, got his right foot to it and keeps Hale in this game. Wonderful save. And a missed trap now. And you just wonder, will UWA rue that miss? Or rather, that wonderful save. Will Hale be celebrating that one? Into the final 9.5 minutes. Hale have only dropped one game at home, and that was against Fremantle Coburn. Good work again by Hayden Belts, and well, clearly he was impeded. And I'm amazed there's no card given for that one, but anyway. There is a card by the looks of things, or is it just a change? It is indeed a card issued, so UWA down to 10 for a couple of minutes. Bowen now. Royce, easy pickings for him. Fansal watches it onto his stick. Thought about going to King, but Golding was looking to close him down. It's a short pass to Guest instead. Fisher. Krobola now helps it forward. Faulkner, that's too high, even with the player bending down. Jack Leversuch goes infield. Oh, that was risky. Borza does well though. And that is coolness personified, Chris Borza. And he's upset. The free hit's been given away. Flynn gets the chance to turn. Leversuch, and Flynn's saying, well, he's been, I think it was, he caught the foot. He's saying it didn't. Borza trying to steal a metre, but more importantly, killing a few seconds. Kobe Green happy to go out wide now to Leversuch on the right-hand side. Guest tries to come. That was really tantalising from Bott. Bott will get the free hit. Baxter brings it down. King waits. Into the circle it goes. Guest is there. Clears it away. And Haran was about to launch that one down the hill. Gone past the halfway stage in this final quarter. Hale still trailing 2-1. UWA taking longer now with their free hits, as you'd expect. Played on quickly by Main. Caught the foot of Fansal. Another free hit. Frank Main again tries for the third time. This time the tackle is fair from David Guest. Gray tries to play it up the line. McCulloch. And Hale pleading for a free hit, not getting it. It goes UWA's way. Darcy Bott. Lewis looks to close down Leversuch. Leversuch still takes the pass to Borza. Wasn't far away from Lewis's stick. Powell to Borza again. Leversuch weaves away from Faulkner. Bott now drills it on the angle across the circle. Nobody there. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Hale desperately in need of a goal from somewhere. Just 2 penalty corners to UWA's 4. Many might believe that that's Hale's best opportunity. King goes wide to Krobola. Down the line, looking for Hayden Belts. Over the side it goes, off the stick at Darcy Bott. That's thrown into the circle. And the penalty corner, Borza backing into Faulkner. And that may be just what Hale need. As high fives, Hale believe this is where they're dangerous. The question is, will they go with a direct flick or will they try a variation? Hayden Belts makes his way to the baseline. McCulloch lines up at the first battery with Braden King stopping. And David Guest stops at the second battery for Ian Hrobler. It goes to McCulloch. McCulloch flicks. McCulloch scores! He gets an equaliser for Hale. And he also gets his second goal of the game. And there are just over 5 minutes remaining. So Hale at the moment in for a share of the points. They would have liked all 3, but I'm sure the way this game's gone, they would take a point. But they would love 3. But they've got to find another goal from somewhere. Wallace being put under pressure. Not many options, just has to play it down the side. Good deflection infield from Liam Flynn. Leversuch anticipated it well. Strong tackle on Fisher from Flynn. Fisher wants to get on with it. The arguments continue down below us. Great run from Frank Main. Brings it down from the sky. Goes to the baseline, tries to play it in. And it's a 16. Oh, UWA think it's a long corner. Royce maybe a bit of gamesmanship. Guest again throws it down the middle. Borza, that hit his body. It's a Hale free hit. Borza broke up play there. Should have probably got a card, and he's done it again. And that is a card. Well, in fact, I think they've sent the wrong man. But anyway, Leversuch is the man who's gone to the side. Into the circle it goes, across the face of everybody. Royce just throws it forward. Golding's in that space. A good run by him. Running through the middle is Timms. Unfortunately for UWA, it's going to be a Hale free hit with 3.5 minutes left. Braden King. So Hale are up against 10 men for at least 2 of these 3 minutes. Can they make it count? Braden King. Wallace has moved forward on the angle. It comes to him. Timms will look to close him down. Plays it early. Good deflection into the circle from Flint. And a long corner won by him. Into the final 3 minutes. Wallace again with the long corner. Timms ahead of him. Goes back to David Guest. King is square. Transferred to the left-hand side. Hrobler plays it early. McCulloch spins away from one. He's taken down. That's got to be a penalty corner. Borza, who I feel is lucky to still be on there. Again, lucky to still be on there after that challenge. And a penalty corner goes the way of Hale. They're 4th. This could be possibly where they steal the match. Hayden Belts makes his way to the baseline. McCulloch at the first battery, scored from the last penalty corner. Liam Flynn alongside him at the second. Hush comes over the ground. It goes to McCulloch again. It's a mistrap by King. Guest cleans up at the back, looks to get in. Good tackle, Ben Baxter. And a good pass as well by Ben Baxter to Timms. He's got Golding on the overlap. Timms, though, held up brilliantly by Fred Gray. Touch there was an important one from Royce again. Now it's Main, who's had a huge game for UWA. Into the circle it goes in front of goal. Turn and shoot. And Timms gets the goal, which may well decide this match. And Daniel Timms, as I said, scored every game except for the first one in 2022. Comes up with a goal when his team needed it. And so Hale have it all to do again as the clock continues to count down. Guest pushing forward. Finds Flynn. Flynn over the side, it goes off Fisher's stick. Still 1.5 minutes left. Flynn, lovely run into the circle. Was he impeded? Yes, he was. Royce's foot just inside the circle. So penalty corner for Hale. And this, you feel, is now the time to play their get out of jail card. And a yellow card issued. So UWA will finish the game with 10 players. McCulloch and Flynn line up again at the top of the circle. Can they save a point for the home side? Once again, silence reigns. They go to Flynn this time. Flynn flicks. It's gone in. Oh, it's a stroke. It's hit Borza behind the keeper. So from one opportunity, it goes to another. Christian Starkey now. It's all going to come down to him. Braden King waiting for a ball. The clock has stopped. So King against Starkey. Starkey in position. He's missed it. Braden King puts it wide. And the opportunity, you feel, is probably gone now for Hale. Starkey went the wrong way. But unfortunately, Braden King missed the target completely. Time back on. Borza throws it forward. Timms again, willing chaser. Hale wanting the ball. They're a player down, remember. Guest, quick glance up at the clock. Smashes that one into Timms. It'll be another free hit to Hale just inside their own half. We're into the final minute. Krobela. A lovely lead again from it was from Hayden Belts, and he's won a penalty corner. Well, Belts doing really well there for his team. 37 seconds showing on the clock. Hale with their 6th penalty corner of the match. Won a stroke from the last one, didn't convert it. Surely they need to score now. Belts again, goes down to the baseline. McCulloch waits at the first battery. King doing the stopping. Flynn at the second. Guest stopping for him. Starkey raises his arms in anticipation. They go to Flynn. Flynn flicks straight into the first runner. It'll be another penalty corner. Seventh penalty corner of the day for Hale. McCulloch and Flynn wait. They go to Flynn again. Flynn flicks, he scores! Liam Flynn, the captain, has pulled one back again, and Hale have somehow managed to get themselves level. And there are literally 11 seconds remaining. UWA look to throw it forward. One final sortie forward. Guest brings it down and hitting the turf. And that will be the end of the match. And it's been an absolute thriller, as you would expect for two teams so close to the top of the league ladder. Well, UWA had a 2-0 lead. Hale pegged them back to 2-2. And then Daniel Timms gave what UWA thought was going to be the winner. But Liam Flynn had the last laugh and managed to convert the penalty corner in the last minute to give us a scoreline that reads Hale 3, UWA 3.
for the mid-afternoon naps, for the midnight marathons, for bringing the family together, for a chance to escape from the world. Danks Furniture, the comfort of home.